Hello. So today we will present EUROBLOCK Consult, which basically is based on EPSI technology. So we will take a better look about what is EPSI. And basically it's a European blockchain permissions, which enables to do JavaScript code to interact, because it's based on Hyperledger technology. And it could definitely be the future of the digital document in Europe and much more. And let's take a look about how they define EPSI. It's based on really the center of digital document, on trusted data sharing, on notarization document, a European self-sovereign identity, and really much more use cases to deploy on EPSI. And they are very open, so just take a little look on some numbers. 3.8 million euro invested just in 1 year. Obviously, many other euro will be invested, more than 36 nodes. We can find in our GitHub repository many things in the assets, in resources, more than 29 countries. So it's basically based on a Hyperledger. So I told this, we will move fast so to not fail. So what is the problem? I will let Chloe introduce what is the problem and how we can solve this.
Thank you. So the issue we have is that several blockchain that does not take that we developed related projects or others, and then we lack digital certainty, so we lack legal certainty, because at the end we can't really, for example, own the asset. We need to own the share of the assets because of legal issues, and that's something that becomes an issue if we want to really consider the potential for the development of the blockchain ecosystem. Another of the issues we have is that the public trust doesn't exist for blockchain so far, and that prevents mass adoption. Another one that we have is also scammers and the fact that the ecosystem is not trusted. So it's kind of what I was saying.
Yeah.
And so what we think is that this European EPSI project is much more than what it is said. So it's much more than just something that is supposed to be tackling education. It's just more than what is supposed to be tackling just a digital identity. It is going much further. The thing is that the Commission is trying to target this because it has the competence on this. So it will just say, yes, that's an education problem. It's something that will help us scale up public data and public administration interoperability, when actually the end objective is much further. And we think that this is something that solves a lot of the problems that exist currently in the blockchain, and that will allow a mass adoption of cryptocurrencies and also the blockchain at EU level.
Yeah, definitely. So this is this which is thought about. No, you can.
So that's the use cases we were mentioning. It's what happens most of the time. Yeah. So what the Commission is announcing, and the real use cases that we foresee are those. So track and tracing along the supply chain, tokenization of real-world assets, payment services, DAOs, everything could go and circulate through this. And what we mean is that
Ethereum, which definitely looks like a testnet when EPSI will be released. So I think we have to take a look into this before it was too late, before it was already deployed, so before we arrived in the game. So you want to talk about the future model? Okay. So basically, the idea of the model, of the business model, is to make consultants for companies to explain how a project in tokenization real estate could use EPSI, how it can be involved, how industry could be involved in the data sharing, especially if some people working on in data center, for example, or with data, they can build nodes, and there is a full documentation of how to build nodes and how to make requests on the GitHub repository. So basically, we really want to onboard micro entrepreneurs and micro enterprise, and really every project on the blockchain which needs compliance, it could be done with this company, with this consultancy. And definitely we want to have a permissionless target. Like, we want to target a permissionless project because the blockchain is permissioned. So we want to make a channel, make a link between the permissionless of Ethereum, of Bitcoin, of all these projects with EPSI, and it can be definitely done with some technical aspects. So let's take a look on the little roadmap. If you are interested, we can in first time take a time for describe the project and onboard many members on the team, because with 2 person it's not the future. and definitely after build a business technical document, building relationship with many partners in the industry, launch the first projects, launch the first little projects, small projects, to make life tries, because we certainly failed on stuff, and definitely launch and continuous improvement, and definitely I think that Vitalik Buterin will finish to call them to call us. So we are waiting for 10 million ETH. It's to sell. And yeah, for foundings, like just a little overview, like we have the next European elections. European Commission is investing many money into this, as we've seen previously. And the sandbox tender, obviously, every year for EPSI, and next generation internet fund, especially the Web3 accelerator and things like this. Maybe Chloe has other ideas also.
No, just very quickly to say that the elections is, so we just mentioned it because for now what we have is grants that are, the programs are finished, they're done, and so we can guess that some of them will be renewed, but we don't have a clear visibility over the next 5 years, and that's why we are aiming at, there's other opportunities to try and raise that from a political perspective at least, but for now we just can guess. Some will be renewed, and for the rest, what we know is that the sandbox tender will still happen until 2025 every year. Thank you.
And it's basically the end, just a bit an overview of the team and what we need in the team, and a big thank you to organizer, to everyone, to welcome us and to allow us to pitch our project. So thank you very much, everyone.